Good afternoon. I'm Aunt Johnny Faye, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to just welcome each and every one of you. Sylvia would be so pleased to see all of you. She loved you so much. I'm just going to read the obituary and read a verse in the Bible, and then I'm going to turn it over to Joel, and we'll do a little singing, and this is going to be a very relaxed and service. That's the way Sylvia would like it. She didn't like anything fancy. She was just Sylvia. Okay. Sylvia Diane Hursey. She was 77. Passed away on Monday afternoon, December the 12th, 2022, at Coffee Regional Medical Center in Douglas. She was born in Jacksonville, Florida, but she graduated from Coffee County High School. Sylvia was formerly employed by Alachua County Sheriff's Office as a deputy sheriff, and she retired from waste management as a safety manager. And she had several other jobs in between all of these, but she was always working. She was preceded in death by her parents, Addison Chastain Hursey and Minnie Lee Mary Riggins Hursey, and grandparents Jewel and Pearl Hursey. Survivors include her lifelong companion, Terry Martin of Waycross, her sister, Mary Joyce Sykes of Jacksonville, Florida, aunts, Johnny Arduino and Uncle Bob of Waycross, Lois Hursey of Hawthorne, Florida, Geneva Youngblood of Blackshear, Uncle Jake Hursey of Palatka, Florida, and numerous nieces and nephews and cousins. Like I said, we just welcome you, and I just want to show my love for Sylvia. And there was one verse in the Bible that I wanted to read. Many will say there are loyal friends, but who can find one who is truly reliable? And that's from Proverbs 20:6. And I think that suits Sylvia to a T. She loved everybody. Everybody was her friend. And when she was a friend, she was a loyal friend. Terry, it's going to be a rough road for us, baby. And you know that this family's behind you 100%, and we just have to depend on the Lord to pull us through. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Joel, and he's going to kind of give us a little bit of music, and that later on after Joel finishes, be thinking about it, because I would like a few of you to come up here and just tell us some of the things that you remember most about Sylvia. Maybe a little anecdote, something that happened to the two of you that you'll remember for a long time. I know Billy's got several that he can probably relate, but we would really appreciate that. Okay, Joel.
I know everybody probably knows Amazing Grace. Do you not know it? At least the first and the last verse. So we'll sing that, and then I'll talk to you a little bit. All right? This is my first time ever presiding over a funeral, but at least it's somebody that I knew and I loved. And I'm glad it was, I'm glad that you asked me. I mean, it's kind of rough. It's kind of hard for me. But losing a family member is not a very easy thing. It's personal, emotional. Even Jesus himself experienced grieving. He experienced with his friend Lazarus, his friend John the Baptist, and even when he grieved, he went and he got on a boat and he left out and he wanted to be by himself. That's kind of like what we would want to do. Sometimes we want to be by ourselves, we want to think about, and that's what he did. So it's okay to grieve and it's okay to cry. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, Jesus himself says it's okay. It's also, it's okay to celebrate. And you can do them both. You can celebrate by remembering the things in her life that she did, said. You remember those things and it makes you happy. And that's how you celebrate her life. You got to move on. And you know that it's over now, but you loved her, and you can carry her in this right here, and you carry her here. You can always have those memories. I share a little bit about what I do. If I had anything to impress on you today, it would be, and Sylvia would agree, to find time for your family, stay in touch with them. Stuff that we don't do, that it's because we used to have family reunions all the time, and that was probably the best times I ever had in my life, because I got to see people I hadn't seen, and it was so much fun. And then you see kids that are born, they have new children, they have, some of them had new hairdos. Some of them wasn't too good. And, but, the fellowship with one another. We're all going to face this one day. Everybody's going to face this. We all have to face death. It's not nothing you can get away from. And, but also, we were saying that, I wish I could have spent more time with them. I'm saying it right now. I wish I could have spent more time with Sylvia. But everybody probably says that but we have our own lives that we live. But one thing I would say about her, she stayed in touch. She stayed in touch with everyone. She would always call and ask, how you doing? She was just a loving person. Even through the outer hard shell, tough. She was tough. I wouldn't want to get arrested by her back then. I see this little small lady with a lot of power. I was like, you might go over there, but you're going to limp back. I promise you. She was tough, but she had the sweetest, kindest heart. I mean, she always cared about, she loved family. One thing I remember, my dad, and he loved, y'all know, my dad loved everybody, and he was a good man. If I was half the man my dad was, I'm a good man. Half, maybe a quarter, I'm a good man. But, he would say, where's my girl? He was looking for her. And he would give her the biggest hug. And I said, you know what? She's special. She is special. When somebody hugs and they say, I love you, and I love you, I love you, you're special. And we became special. She was always looking for me. I don't know if it's because I was cute back then or what. I ain't so cute no more, but, it just, she used to tell me, boy, you so cute. That's a little thing she always said, but I loved her. I really did love her. She was always sweet to me. She always made a point to show that she loved everyone. She was about the family. She stayed in touch. And then if somebody was going through something, she showed up. She was there. Whether it just be for support, if it was just for, even if it was financial. You know, I know she would put something in your pocket. This is the kind of person she was. She was a giver. She never took nothing. She always give. And that's what we all need to be, is be more of a giver. And I would say that you should go out and try to remember all the things that you've seen that she did in her life and cherish those moments and celebrate her life while she was here. She liked to fish, all those things. She's a fisherman and a half. I remember her taking me, and Granny was there. Little Granny was there. Oh, my goodness, they were catching everything. I wasn't catching nothing. I thought that they were special. I mean, my goodness, why does the fish jump on theirs but it won't jump on mine? And she's just like, Joel, you ain't holding the pole. You're not pulling it right. She knew exactly how to catch that fish. Once I listened, I caught fish. So I can say she taught me a lot about fishing. You know, it's something about Hursey's. We like to fish. All of us like to fish. This one here loves to fish. He's trying to get me, we want to go buy a boat and go fishing. But saying all this, you know, I would like to ask anyone if you would like to stand up and talk about anything that Sylvia was to you in your life. I always think you should feel free to. Even if you just sat there, it's okay. Just as long as somebody, you know, would like to talk about her.
I'll do it.
Yeah, come on up, brother. Brother from the same mother. We don't look alike, but
Sylvia was a card, man. She was always funny. She come riding up in the yard in Lake Forest, right? And she had a Honda 90, old motorcycle. She just got it, man. She had the helmet and everything. She thought she was cool, man. She comes up in the yard. She said, "You want to ride it?" I said, "Sure." I didn't have no license. I think I was 14 or something like that. And she says, "Go ahead, ride it." I said, "Okay, I'm going to the store." I went to the store, rode it around. I got spotted riding the bike by Aunt Humpy. Aunt Humpy seen me. And Aunt Humpy called my dad. Me and Sylvia got in so much trouble, man. They were screaming and yelling at both of us. I looked at her, and Sylvia couldn't stop laughing. She laughed no matter what they said to her, man. Me and her, I busted up. I couldn't even listen to Mom and Daddy. And Dad was hot about that motorcycle. Didn't want me on it. And every time I see her, years later, all these years, she'd say, "You want to ride my motorbike?" And I said, "No." She was funny, man. She was always funny. She was good. She was good to everybody she met. And that's the way I remember her.
oh,
Always laughing, always cracking a joke, always saying something that was, even if it was stupid, it was funny. And we had too good a time.
yeah, she used to babysit.
Oh, she was our babysitter, yeah, because they didn't trust me.
There was no time out. You just got
Yeah.
a whooping.
Yeah.
There was no time out. No.
No, she was cool, man. She was always good. And she was nice to all of us Hursey kids right there at Mom and Daddy's. Yeah. And she just loved everybody. And I don't think I can say any more, you know. I mean,
Everybody knows.
she was a great person. And we all loved her. I mean, everybody that knew her loved her. and she was easy to get along with.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else? Anybody? Well, okay. And Jonathan, did you want to say anything or before? And I don't have anybody else. If there's something y'all would like to say, or we could dismiss. There you go. That's a wonderful one there. Oh, you're doing
Come
good.
on. I'm losing it up here.
Why are you losing it?
Oh, I was getting emotional.
Well, we're all emotional over what we just lost in our family because she was a very special person. My sister, Diane, she had open heart surgery in Jacksonville. She didn't wake up for 40 days and 40 nights. And my cousin Sylvia came to me, and she took me out to eat as a comfort. And we talked, and we talked. And of course, she'll slip you money, just like they say. If she thinks you in need, she'll slip you some money. And as we was kids, all of us,
Yeah.
boy, you didn't pour nothing on her.
She was smart.
She was smart.
She done it all.
Yeah, she done that, and you weren't gonna do it. But she was gentle, and she was kind. And she loved each and every one of her cousins, her nieces, her nephews, her aunts, her uncles. She was just the most loving person I've ever met in my life, besides my Aunt Johnny Faye.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna miss her dearly. And Terry, I pray for you. I pray for your comfort. I pray for us all, 'cause we lost a good human being.
Yes, ma'am.
I love you all.
I love you all.
Well, let's see. We're gonna do a song that she liked. Does anybody know? Shall we gather at the river? Y'all know that song? Okay, we're gonna do that one because that was one of her favorite songs. So, and then we'll dismiss maybe in prayer. And so let me do that for you right now. I think I got it. It'll be good if I know the words. Yeah, that's great. That would be good. Let's all stand and at least sing this song for her. This is her favorite song.